the sports page with the Orlando Sentinel and FM 96.9 The Game's Mike the Bulldog Bianchi.
On JRR.
All hail the Bison, Bulldog.
The Bison?
Yeah. North Dakota State wins their 10th national championship FCS title last night, 35-32, knocking Montana State from the undefeated ranks.
The only thing I know about Montana State is way back when the Gators dropped Miami from their schedule, their annual schedule. They said they wanted to play a more national schedule, so they replaced Miami with Montana State the following year.
Doesn't get much more national than that. Yeah.
Right.
I told Pat, I went by that game last night. I go, oh, there's football on? And I kept it on for about 36 seconds, maybe a minute, and go, what am I watching this for?
Hey, North Dakota State's a dynasty.
I know.
Both those teams had just a great year, and like you said, North Dakota State has just been good year in and year out for a long time. So good for them.
What's their nickname?
The Bison.
Oh, the Bison. That's right. You just said
Bison.
Yeah. What's the Buffalo say when he is saying farewell?
Bye, son.
Bye, son. Yeah. Anyway. The Orlando Gritty Gutties did it again last night. Doesn't matter what's in front of the Magic. Injuries, deficits, playing on the road at the most famous arena in the country. The Gritty Gutties find the way. Obviously, the Magic beat the Knicks last night 103-94 at Madison Square Garden. Cole Anthony, who was raised in New York City, was out of the rotation a few weeks ago for the Magic because he was playing so terribly. He racked up 24 points last night. Wendell Carter Jr. scored a season-best 19. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope hit 2 huge threes in the fourth quarter. He finished with 15 points. J.I. Jonathan Isaac also made his presence felt. He had 13 points, 9 boards, 2 blocks, and the Magic still playing without Paolo Banchero. They're playing without the Franz Wagner. They're playing without Jalen Suggs. They're playing without Gary Harris. Go down the list. This is a mash unit lineup, but they continue to win. I think they're a game and a half now behind the Knicks for the 3 seed with this makeshift lineup. It's unbelievable. I wrote a column while you guys were gone. If Jamal Mosley's not coach of the year this year, it's robbery. It's the biggest robbery since $14 beers at the Kia Center. It really is. Right? Should he not be coach of the year?
I mean, to be able to continue to win on a fairly consistent basis with what you just listed off is nothing short of amazing.
Yeah, and no offense to you guys that you just listed off. Is Paolo? Somebody was telling me yesterday that Paolo might be back for Thursday's game.
He's supposedly close. Yeah, he's supposedly close. Franz Wagner talked to the media a couple days ago, and he seems to be pretty close as well. Although his injury's about I don't think his oblique injury was quite as serious as Paolo's, and it happened about 3 weeks later. So it'll probably be a couple of weeks at least for the Franz. But yeah, Paolo could be back this week.
I think that the trainer there needs to take a look at the oblique machine in the gym. Because it is ironic that 2 guys have oblique injuries. Come on.
I used to have oblique muscles. I don't know what happened to them.
Those $14 beers.
Yeah, $14. It was like 14 years of drinking too many Bud Lights, I think is what it was. Yeah. Jaguars, as we thought, fired Doug Peterson. In fact, he was fired before you guys went off the air yesterday morning. Shad Khan made that announcement. He's the owner. But here's the thing. He kept the GM, Trent Baalke. I don't understand why. I don't understand why you would fire the head coach, Doug Peterson, and keep Trent Baalke, but that's what he did. He essentially blamed everything on Doug Peterson.
I was just going to say, there had to have been a conversation somewhere where that GM goes, oh, it was all his fault.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that's what Khan had Shad Khan had a press conference yesterday, and he said, hey, the offense was way too predictable, most predictable offense in the league. So essentially, yeah, they blamed everything on Doug Peterson Shad Khan said firing Trent Baalke would have been like throwing the baby out with the bathwater. Well, Trent Baalke's been there like 6 years. If you ask me, comparing Baalke to a baby in the bathtub, that baby's been clogging the drain for years now, okay?
He's like that hair from the girlfriend or wife, right?
I think the baby's been pooping in the tub for too long.
Oh, come on.
Yes. So, anyway.
He's got him waffle stomping.
Oh boy.
Candidates to replace Doug Peterson, the hot guy. You know who the hot guy is, Lynch.
Ben Johnson?
Ben Johnson, the offensive coordinator for the Detroit Meatheads. He's the guy everybody wants. But also, watch out, Liam Cohen, the offensive coordinator of the Buccaneers, who's done such a great job with Baker Mayfield and that Buccaneers offense. He's a candidate. Also, the defensive coordinator for the Lions, Aaron Glenn's a hot candidate out there. Todd Monken, the offensive coordinator for the Ravens, who have the best offense in the league this year. He's a candidate. Mike Vrabel's also a candidate, but he's probably going to go to the Patriots since he's a former Patriots player. So yeah, how many jobs are open now? You got the Jets, the Jaguars, the Bears, the Patriots.
I heard Shefty saying it yesterday.
And the Saints.
Seven teams he said that need quarterbacks or need coaches.
Are there 7 openings now?
I think he said 7.
What do you make of Rex Ryan wanting to be the Jets coach again?
Well, even though he got fired from the Jets years ago, he's the most successful coach the Jets have had in years. Took them to 2 straight AFC championship games, although they didn't win those games. And I wouldn't hire him. It would almost be a clown show.
I just don't get why he would want to give up that relatively cushy gig he has at ESPN to go and deal with today's NFL. I don't know.
Ego. I mean, he's a clown on ESPN, and then he would take his clown show to the head coaching ranks at the biggest media market in the country.
Also, probably good market for foot action, too, there in New York City.
Yeah. Right. And also probably a big raise. I mean, not that he needs the money, but it'd be a huge raise to be an NFL coach from a commentator at ESPN. By the way, big basketball game tonight in college basketball. The Gators, ranked number 7 in the country, take on number 1 Tennessee up in Gainesville. So.
All right. More with the Bulldog. You can find him on AM 740 and FM 96.9 A Game, hosting Open Mic. And we appreciate you taking time out of your show each morning to join us here on the sports page on JRR. Take us out with that patented Bulldog bark of yours, would you? Oh, oh.
Lynch and Taco on. Download the iHeartRadio app and listen anytime, anywhere.
This is JRR.
Safe Touch Secure.